we've done the warm-up, we've done the mobility stuff, we did the power, now we're gonna do the strength. So, again, yeah, strength, I believe, revolves around 5 or 6, strength training revolves around 5 or 6 fundamental movement patterns. So when you get workouts, you should be able to get in and out. In fact, our youngest son came back from Europe this summer and he came to the gym with me, and his comment afterwards was, "You don't waste any time." I said, "No, 40 minutes and I'm doing a workout," okay? I said, "No, it's not a social hour." So the point is, move between exercises. The way I orient or design these is this is essentially a circuit, and it involves a squatting pattern, it involves an upper body pushing pattern, an upper body pulling pattern, a hinge, a hip hinge, and some, generally speaking, some sort of trunk or core exercise. That's it, 5, 6 movements, done. You know, you don't need 29 exercises. Do these well and you're gonna be amazed at the results. So the first one is a goblet squat. So you can use a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell. Goblet is just the manner in which we're holding it, okay? So she's grabbing it by the handles, hold it close to your body, hon. Yep. You get out here, guess what? Your biceps are gonna be talking to you and not in a good way. So hold it close, let the joints support the weight, and now you're just gonna squat. And whatever range of, Carolyn's got pretty good range of motion, whatever range of motion works for you. If you can only do half squat, that's fine. Hopefully over time, you can increase your range of motion. So I remember doing a seminar a while ago, and a woman goes, "Well, why do I have to squat?" I said, "How do you propose to get off the toilet?" And she just kind of looked at me. That was the end of her questions. Because getting out of chairs, getting off the toilet, down to the toilet, all those things, that's a squatting pattern. So that's the first one. Second one is a band. Okay.
Like this, or?
Yeah, that works. So this could be any type of band. Here, I'll just hold it and you can grab it. So this is gonna be 2 arms, 2 hands. So don't stay there. Okay, so lower your butt a little bit. There you go. So now pull. So just a rowing, pulling pattern. Pull to your body. Yeah, there you go. So with bands, elastic resistance, the greater the length of the band, the harder it is. Okay, so I can make this harder by just backing up. Okay, so you want a good steady position, balance, lower your butt to counter the effect of the resistance. Just like that. And work it both ways. So not just what we call the concentric, but also just don't let it go at the end. Resist it on the way back. That's called eccentric strength, where the muscles are actually lengthening. So both ways. Again, the reps for all these, 10 to 12, okay? For all the exercises in a given circuit. The next one is a bilateral. Bilateral means both limbs, hip bridge. So I'm sure you guys have done these at some point. Down on the ground, both feet, just like that. If I want to make it harder, put your arms up to the sky, straight up. Now I don't have any outriggers, okay? So now I have to balance better. So same deal, just up and down. You can hold for a pause at the top, but I mean with your butt.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't have to, just pause for a second at the top, control and back down, okay? Just like that. So that's your basic hip bridge. At the top of this, occasionally you might want to feel your butt, because you want to see that your butt muscles are doing the majority of the work, not your hamstrings, okay? A lot of people have what we call synergistic dominance, which means the ancillary muscles are doing the work of the prime movers. This is hip extension, and that's a butt exercise. So You won't see a world-class sprinter. You look at world-class sprinters, they got the best butts in the world. And why? Because it's violent hip extension at superhuman speeds. So you gotta use your butt muscles for this. If you're not, you gotta consciously make the effort. If you start getting hamstring cramps when you're doing this is really telling you that your hamstrings are trying to do the work that your glutes are trying to, or should be doing. So then you got to really think about, make that mind-body connection, to use your butt. So that's the hip dominant exercise. The next one is, we're going to use the band again, upper body. So I do the back and forth, up on the ground and off the ground by design. Because you may have seen the Brazilian physician who had a study a couple of years ago that showed a correlation between how many contact points it takes you to get from down on the floor to standing and back down. And the more contact points, the shorter your lifespan. So you can question but the point is that we don't get down on the ground as we get older. And it's critical to movement. So if somebody has serious ambulatory issues, then we wouldn't. But the point is, getting up and off the ground is a good thing, okay? So now, the chest press. So, opposite of the row, okay? So you can put one leg forward, and now press straight out, just like that. So again, these upper body exercises, if done well, you're good. If done well, are also a trunk exercise because she's got to stabilize, especially in that split stance, that pull. If she puts a little bit too much effort on one side as opposed to the other, she's going to have to correct that. So then the final of the 5 is a plank. And we'll just do a simple, this is 15 on, 15 off, which means 15 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. 3 times, that's a set. Okay, so we'll just do 2 rounds of that. Hold on a sec, honey. You ready? Mm-hmm. So ready, just hold it. I'll tell you when you can go down. You can do it either in a push-up position or on your elbows, whatever you're comfortable with. That's up to you. Rest. 15 seconds and the rest phase goes like that. Everybody goes, are you cheating? Your clock's speeding up? What the hell? No. Okay, ready, set, go. So the fundamentals here, she's got great position here. Your pelvis should not be sinking. If your low back hurts when you do these, it's because you're letting your pelvis drop. And so it doesn't take a genius to figure out, drop your pelvis a little bit. Just see how all that pressure now is right there. Guess what? Your low back is in the middle. That's gonna hurt. So don't do that. On the other hand, do one with your butt way up in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a plank. Sorry. So if you need a mirror to guide you, whatever, that's fine. Depending on your body awareness, you may or may not really feel where you should be. So use your resources to figure it out. So that's the first one.